Well, let's turn to the United States, where Donald Trump has been dropping hints on acquiring Greenland.
We need Greenland for national security purposes. People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it.
And Sky News contributor Kosha Gada joins me now. Kosha, great to see you. Look, how has Denmark responded, and what do you make of Trump's aspirations here?
You know, it's classic Trump. He loves to showcase the art of the deal, where this would be a negotiation. It's not something militaristic. It's not something in the nuts and bolts. It's like big picture ideas, and it shifts the Overton window of what might be possible. The U.S. does have a long history of making land purchase agreements with dollars. Florida from Spain, Louisiana from France, and actually the U.S. Virgin Islands were purchased from Denmark in 1917. So he's using that as a backdrop and trying to put this trial balloon out there. The response, I think, the leadership of Denmark and even some parties within Greenland have sort of been brushing it off and making fun of it. There are some polls suggesting that the people might be interested in it. And the leader, the prime minister of Greenland, actually just came out and said that he's open to discussion and negotiation. I think that's a start. So it'll be very interesting to see. Trump laid out what the case is for the U.S., which I think is obvious. There's also a case for Greenland that, they're already being protected indirectly by the U.S. This would just make it more protective, and maybe there's more upside that they could share in that model for their mineral and resource richness that the U.S. could help them develop at a better and faster pace than Denmark probably could.
And there have been reports that there have been private messages and back channels between Greenland and the Trump team. So we'll see how that goes. Now, meanwhile, Joe Biden has made global airwaves because he says he could have beaten Trump, and he thinks even Kamala Harris could have beaten Trump. Have a look.
I think I would have beaten Trump, could have beaten Trump, and I think that Kamala could have beaten Trump, would have beaten Trump. It wasn't about, I thought it was important to unify the party.
Kosha, Kamala could have beaten Trump. If only there was a way we could have tested that theory.
Oh, yes. He could have and would have, she could have and would have, but they didn't. And, it's just so funny. He's arguing a hypothetical, but nobody believes it, obviously. And their track records, not only now in this race, but historically as well, they're not exactly the best campaigners. That they've lost multiple things both times. And this time Trump was just a whirlwind that nobody could stop.
What about this? Former Trump advisor Steve Bannon, he's said that Elon Musk is going to be out of the White House by Inauguration Day. So he's reportedly told one media outlet that he's not going to have a blue pass to the White House. He won't have full access. He'll just be like any other person. I mean, that might technically be true, but Kosha, Elon's been by Trump's side, so it seems unlikely he's suddenly going to be on the outer. But what do you think of this push by the true MAGAs against Elon?
Every movement has its alliances. Some are easy alliances, some are uneasy alliances. And this tech right, as it's been called, just Silicon Valley people that have by and large been more friendly to the left by every metric and really threw down for Trump this time, is an example of that uneasy alliance. So that's typified by Musk versus Bannon. And these are people who've been in the trenches and they've served prison sentences and they've been canceled. And they're saying, hey, you guys are Johnny-come-latelys. Your help was much appreciated, but take a backseat to us. You're sort of seeing that play out with the legal immigration debate, with the free speech debate a little bit, and I think that's kind of what he's signaling. But for now, you're right, Musk has definitely earned a seat at the table with the help that he's provided financially and every other which way, and those two seem to be joined at the hip. So I don't see that breaking anytime now, but anything is possible.
Exactly, and it can't last forever, that sort of bromance. All right, Kosha Gada, great to see you again.